you're scared. You need to tell us the truth, okay? You pulled the trigger?
I definitely pulled the trigger.
Okay.
We need to have this person put away. This person cannot be walking the same streets as your kid.
Meet Ashley Diane Hoth and her partner in crime, Jay Scott. Together, these two are responsible for a crime that took the life of 37-year-old Jeremy Barron, a crime they think they can get away with. But faced with the mountain of evidence they have left behind, both of them will begin to crack piece
How many times did you shoot him?
Quite a few.
How many's quite a few?
3 or 4.
by piece.
I didn't know. No. Stop.
On April 2nd, 2017, a peaceful horseback ride would turn into a nightmare when a group of Amish children stumbled upon a terrifying scene in a wooded area of Camden Township, Michigan. Hidden in the shrubs was the body of 37-year-old Jeremy Allen Barron. Authorities were alerted immediately, and as soon as they arrived at the scene, they quickly realized this was no accident, but rather a cold-blooded murder. Jeremy had been shot multiple times in the chest, yet there was no trace of evidence, no witnesses, and no clues of any kind left behind at the crime scene. No weapon, no shell casings, and no footprints either. But then, investigators came across the most shocking part. When Jeremy's body was sent for an autopsy, forensic investigators determined that he hadn't died recently. In fact, he had been killed nearly 2 months earlier, on February 8, 2017. This raised an alarming question. Why wasn't he reported missing during those 2 months? Well, unlike most people, Jeremy was a criminal, trying to evade authorities as he had a long history of crimes. With no evidence left to work with, detectives turned to their first method of finding the culprit, interviewing the people Jeremy was closest to. One of them was Ashley Diane Hoth, Jeremy's girlfriend, and after several interviews with her, detectives began to sense that she was involved in this murder. And when she was brought into an interrogation room, she quickly admitted that she was with Jeremy on the day he died, but she wasn't alone. A third person was also involved, her friend Jay Scott Clark. And before we watch Ashley's chilling confession, let's first see how Jay reacted after realizing he had been caught red-handed. The following footage was given to us by Hillsdale County Sheriff's Office, Michigan.
Okay, Jay, we want to talk to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Before we talk to you, I'm just going to tell you what's going on, okay? Ashley's here.
Okay.
We've talked to Ashley already. She makes you the trigger man
Okay.
and all of this, okay? But you're not free to leave, okay? You're obviously under arrest. So we're going to read. You ever been read your rights before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to read your rights, advise you your rights, okay, before we ask you any questions, okay?
Okay. So basically, obviously, as Sergeant Bradley stated, we've spoke with Ashley at length, and she's given us her version of what occurred, okay, which, as Sergeant Bradley said, implicates you as the person who did all of this, and she had nothing to do with it, okay? Obviously, we think that there's more to this story, and would very much like to get your version, because right now she's pretty much selling you down the river, okay?
Yeah, I think I'll just wait for a lawyer.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, thank you.
Yep. Sorry about wasting your time.
Yeah, it's not a waste of time. Obviously, this is the way the legal system works.
Yeah.
So we've got to jump through some hoops, and that's what we got to do, so.
Although he initially refused to speak, Jay changes his mind just minutes later, leading to a truly intriguing confession.
I'm putting
Got a
it,
new Keller on the way here. He got what he girl.
but think about it.
I was a little,
What purpose does someone girl have in our society?
about as much as mine.
You know,
About as much as mine.
I mean, you know, let's be honest. There aren't too many people crying about her being gone, but we can't just take her word, because I don't necessarily believe that she had nothing to do with it. Okay, you pulled the trigger.
I definitely pulled the trigger.
Okay, and where did it happen at?
That's where she was a little confused.
She was a little
She
confused.
said you were in the car.
She couldn't remember where you were at, what road.
Yeah, I don't remember what road either.
Okay,
Was it the Tahoe?
First shit fest.
and it was in the Tahoe.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure, or you know? I mean, that's obviously why you cut the seat out.
Puked in the back and stunk.
Okay. You did?
Yeah, no, I did when I slept back there, yes. But, yeah.
How far were you from Hillsdale? Like her apartment?
To where?
To where it occurred in the car?
Maybe a half hour or so.
Half hour?
20 minutes. I don't, yeah. You're asking something.
Not sure.
Drinking and driving and
You don't remember.
You know.
We didn't charge you with the drink and driving.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. But I mean,
Do you love her?
who?
Ashley.
Oh, of course.
And you care for her kids.
Of course.
And you want her to have her kids back.
Yes, and
And
she is a good mom, man.
And what
she
is
lights up around the kids.
And what is the one thing that was going to guarantee she never got her kids back?
Him.
Exactly.
Guaranteed.
She said the same thing.
Guaranteed.
Because everywhere she tried to get away,
There you are.
followed. Yeah.
Do you remember the day?
I don't remember the day either. I don't remember the road I dropped him off on.
Okay.
I mean,
Can you tell us what month?
it's in the paperwork.
Jay reveals that Ashley's children had been taken from her because of Jeremy, and according to the testimony, this was true. Jeremy and Ashley had been in a toxic relationship, and as a result, Ashley's children, 2 daughters and 1 son, were removed by Child Protective Services.
So describe to me how it kind of went down in the car.
I shot him when he's dead. That's the end of it.
How many times did you shoot him?
Quite a few.
How many's quite a few?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. What type of gun did you use?
A big one.
A big one?
45? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Can you? Were you driving or sitting in the passenger? Where were you at?
I was driving.
Okay. So how'd you shoot him while you were driving?
You don't do things while you're driving?
What's that?
You don't do things while you're driving?
I never shot nobody, so I'm just curious what the angle would be or how you could even do it.
What's all the details have to do with it? Can't we just say, yeah?
Well,
No, because we want you to make sure
Unfortunately, yeah.
that you're telling us the truth, right?
Yeah.
I do not want to see somebody that's not responsible.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
telling
responsible, man. Hate me all you want and put me
we don't hate
Listen to
you.
me.
No.
That I hate you.
If she can have a good life with them 3 kids, it's worth every freaking year I'll spend anywhere. For real.
I guess there's one detail we have to overcome, okay?
Yeah.
Is how he ended up where he was. That's where you put him?
That's where I put him. Actually,
That day?
He just fell off there that day, yeah. I opened the door and he fell. I left him.
Fell out.
Yeah, because he was all close over. Opened the door, he fell out of the truck.
Yeah, that's kind of impossible where he was found. Wasn't right next to the road.
I didn't say it was by the road.
Oh, okay.
So I guess describe how he got where he got.
I was driving around looking for a place and couldn't find one.
Okay.
And found like a little woods lane thing, drove back there and opened the door, he fell out, that was it. Drove away. Don't remember what road it was, don't remember nothing.
Was it the same night
The same night.
that you shot him?
Yeah, how long is it with that body in your car? I'm just asking.
not very long. And she was with you?
She wasn't with me.
She wasn't?
No.
Okay.
He was outside walking there, come out of the apartment. I was gonna go there drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cold. I don't know.
Because you picked him up before Ashley got home, right?
Yeah, she was at a visit.
Okay. And then she got home and you guys were to go see a buddy of hers?
Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang out, drink some beers.
Because she was in the front seat or sitting in the back with him?
With who?
With Jeremy?
She went with us. Named Jeremy.
She wasn't with you? Okay. Well, obviously she told us that she was.
Front passenger seat.
Front passenger seat. Okay.
She went with me.
What's that? She wasn't with
She
you?
went with me.
So why would she know all the details?
Because I told him to her. I don't know.
Are you trying to protect her? If she didn't have anything to do with it and you're saying you did it all,
She's just
it
merely in the car.
don't matter that she's there. If anything, it kind of goes to kind of strengthen the story. what she's saying.
She don't lie. I'm telling you.
So she was there. She was in the front passenger seat.
Right, sure. As long as she says that.
Well, he probably doesn't realize that Ashley has already ratted him out, and as soon as the detectives told him this, he immediately changed his description of the crime.
You want me to retell the story now?
Yeah.
All right, that's how it happened.
Okay.
I was there drinking beer. She gets home. Then we jump in the truck, go see Jeff, and we're about, I don't know, what road we're on. And he said some shit. I shot him, and then she freaked out. I took her back home. And then I was freaked out then. And yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we have some real concerns for where the gun's at.
It ain't nowhere. You can't find it.
Well, our concern is going to be
Some metal it down.
Oh, okay.
Can't help a gun.
There's
Unless
a
you have a
torch. Gun is gone. The first thing I did when I got back home and got sober.
Where did that occur at? Where's home?
I don't really have a home right now.
Okay.
So
Okay. So where did you do that at? Do you remember?
yeah, at my stepdad and mom's house. Yeah, torch there.
Okay. Where'd you burn the seat?
How you gonna burn the seat?
Just guessing. Did you burn the seat?
Come
I mean, how would we?
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You know where it's at then?
We actually don't.
We know you burned it
Yeah,
because it had a bullet hole
All
in it.
right.
yeah,
Probably some blood on it.
probably.
This is to see if you're to corroborate the story. Remember what we told you?
Yeah,
You know how it is. Bosses want every goddamn eye,
right.
dot the I's, cross the T's.
That way you guys can for sure put me away for as long as you can.
What does
Well,
the seat?
huh?
I mean, you just admitted that you shot him, man, right?
Right.
So what does the seat have to do? All that shows is that you're telling us the truth.
Yeah.
About where it occurred and what happened. Is it at
I'm
the
trying to think
garage?
what scrapyard it's at because after the burn, I took the other bikes out.
Got the metal,
Yeah.
scrap, whatever.
Trying to think what, right. There's a Napoleon.
Scrapyard in Napoleon.
Yeah.
How many would there be in Napoleon?
There's two.
Oh, is there two? I don't know.
NRG and I can't remember the other one, but took it away.
Is there that much metal in the seat?
No, I was taking metal out.
Oh, so
Right,
you
right.
had it all together.
Just threw it in there with it.
And there's the reason officers couldn't find the murder weapon, the .45 caliber revolver. He melted the gun down at his stepfather's house and cleaned the vehicle with bleach and peroxide. But the gun wasn't the only thing he burned that day.
Unfortunately, it's a big weight. And, talking to Ashley, she's
She's been a wreck since, so she's been drinking a lot.
been drinking like
I know.
sport.
I ruined it. I tore it out as soon as I see your face.
So you feel like as soon as you did it, it wasn't the thing to do?
Not around her anyways. I'd have done it again. It's not around here. Okay. I just never seen the guy. I couldn't ID him for nothing. I still couldn't.
Okay.
How many more charges am I getting now?
Well, obviously, the one
That's up to the prosecutor.
Yeah, that's up to the
I mean, you're
prosecutor.
charged with the homicide, the open murder anyways. That's the most serious you can be charged with.
I guess the only other thing that we'd want to ask you about is not just from Ashley, some other people. It sounds like you've been in situations before where you had to do this.
Never.
Never?
Have you ever told anybody that?
I told Ashley all kinds of stuff. Just to make her feel like I'm okay. Because I wasn't okay. After all this, after seeing her face. And don't tell her that. Oh, I don't know.
Not gonna tell her.
Yeah, she made it sound like you used to do this for a living.
Yeah, no.
No. You're saying he's the only person you've ever killed?
Yep.
And the reason I ask is obviously, I don't know, I can't say what you're feeling right now, but it's got to be a huge weight.
It is. I knew the day was coming. I've been praying every day about it.
Well,
And for her, you know what I mean?
And I seen you had the Bible in the car, and she even said you were going to be at church.
Yeah.
And let's be honest. I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this, but taking a sip like that off, maybe that's God's work.
No, I prayed and asked. I said, Lord, if this is you really want me to be your sword, then I guess it might happen. But I don't want to do anything,
Is there anything else that you left out or anything?
No, I mean,
that you can think of or questions
you
for
already got
us?
there. You know, I'm on. That was the biggest thing I didn't want anybody to know.
You didn't want him to know?
You know, like, because of
Well, you've been clean so long.
my parents, kids.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody.
Well, again, you're charged with that. That doesn't show that you were using it. I mean, we're not going to go out of this room and tell everybody that you said you were using. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we don't.
I'm not going to tell your family members you were using. That's not my place. Who cleaned the car up? Was it you?
Yeah, I think
What'd you use to clean it?
it's a vendor.
Oh, I was just curious.
Didn't find nothing, did you?
Well, we have the vehicle, and it's going to go to the state police lab. So
Good luck.
we'll see how it
It
goes.
don't matter because I already admitted. Anyways.
Okay.
I didn't know what to use. I used peroxide spray and stuff.
Okay.
At this point, Jay had confessed to everything, pulling the trigger, dumping the body, melting the weapon, and even burning the car seats in an attempt to cover up the murder. But there was still one more confession left, of Ashley, one that would prove just how horrifying of a man Jeremy really was.
So you understand all your rights that I just explained to you.
Mhm.
Are you willing to give up those rights at this time and talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Again, we talked on Tuesday, so it's been, close
Yeah.
to a week that we've been working on this.
I was wondering if you guys were gonna come back or not.
Yeah. Quite a bit of information has come out.
Okay.
Okay. We've, both through obviously talking to people and also some, forensic type evidence,
hmm
things of that nature. The reason that we brought you back in today,
hmm
okay, is to give you the opportunity to truly tell us what happened. Okay?
Okay.
And just understand, we've had all week to work this. We've got evidence. We've talked to people.
Okay.
So I want to give you the opportunity to tell us what really happened, okay? Because I think that, unfortunately, you've got yourself in a tough position with the kids and with everything that's going on. I know that Jeremy was kind of a big reason you got your kids taken away.
hmm
I think he was almost the
Yeah.
yeah,
Because the relationship, because
and unfortunately from talking to people, it sounds like he was not going to let you go easy.
No, it was very hard getting away from Jeremy. It had been a long 2 years. And I did go to the shelter in Coldwater before, and then I couldn't stay there no longer. I had to go back. I didn't have anywhere else to go, and that's why they were took. It was rough with Jeremy. It was
Right.
really rough.
Well, obviously you've got him, being abusive.
Yeah.
You've got, I think that probably a lot of the reasons that you got so involved in the drugs was because of Jeremy.
Yeah. When I was there, there was no choice whether to or not to do them.
You had to do it.
I had to.
Right.
It was a really bad situation with Jeremy when I first met him. A while, like a year and a half or so, like after, still being there, it did get less physically or, because he was insane when I first met him.
Okay.
Just crazy.
Like what?
Just evil. I don't know if you know Willard. He would just,
Yeah, we know Willard.
anybody and everybody around. It wasn't just me.
He would fight everybody.
He would just, I don't know. It was, he would just put them down. Crazy mad. Crazy mad. It was just insane. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just nuts. And it did get better from that, but I was scared a lot. But I learned to just escape, just turn his back, just run. And I did that a lot.
Ashley, this is your one and only chance. I'm going to tell you right now.
I understand that.
Listen to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think we'd be watching you? Where do you work at? Burger King?
And Arby's.
You know it's audio and video recorded at Burger King?
Yeah.
Okay. Conversation you had by the specialty board? That you were there when it happened? You better start thinking about, listen to me, okay? This is serious, okay? We've been watching you, okay? You need to tell us what occurred there. You admitted to being there.
No, I didn't.
You had
I
a
said I was
conversation.
told that by someone stopped looking for him, and that basically he was shot, he was dead. That was it.
You want to know what you said at work?
Hmm.
I was there when the guy shot him. And you don't want to know who it is because he's done it before and got away with it.
Ashley remains reluctant and continues lying to the officers. But what she doesn't realize is that she doesn't stand a chance against the mountains of evidence piled up against her.
So obviously at this point, we're as worried about you as we are anybody else in this situation. You and I both know that this guy has done this before. And honestly, if you were the only person that knew I'd done something wrong, something that would put me in prison for the rest of my life, I would kill you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's threatened you, correct?
We are here for you.
Right.
I don't want to see something happen to you. And I am truly concerned that this person will not hesitate to pull the trigger again.
So this is your opportunity to tell us what happened so that we can keep you safe. Okay? We're way past I wasn't there. We're way past I don't know what happened to Jeremy. Okay? We're way past that. So let's leave that back here. Okay? Tell us what happened.
I don't think you pulled the trigger.
I
But you
don't-
got to help us understand. We can put you there. You see what I'm saying? You're there. But if you didn't pull the trigger, we need to understand that. Otherwise, it looks like you did. I guess what I would ask is to think about your kids.
I am. I don't know what to say. I'm scared.
I know you're scared.
We believe you.
I would be scared too. Do you understand that this is your opportunity to tell us what happened? Okay?
What's gonna happen to me? Like, I just don't. I'm scared. I don't
Well, I
want
understand.
You got to tell
to
us.
my kids. I don't want my kids.
We need to have this person put away. This person cannot be walking the same streets as your kids. That person cannot. Is that the type of person you want your kids around? Because that's the type. Go ahead.
What if it's not just that person? I would have to worry about. How do I know that my kids are safe?
Well, here's the thing. Until you give us, your side of it, we don't know everybody that's involved. We don't know what's going on. Okay? Our primary concern is, I'll be honest, my primary concern in any situation is children.
Yeah.
I would die for my own, and honestly, I'd take
I'm
that.
hoping in protective custody or something.
Okay. Where are they at now?
They're in Jackson in a foster care.
Okay. We will do everything. We
have
have, yeah.
connections there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Has he made threats to harm your kids?
I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm scared.
I know you're scared. You need to tell us the truth.
Just as detectives bring in the emotional aspect and make her realize that her children would be safe if she told the truth, she slowly begins to talk.
You were there, right? Is that a yes? Okay. And you saw him shoot Jeremy,
Oh
right? Tell you what, at this point, just nod your head for me. You saw him shoot Jeremy. Okay.
God.
And you understand that this person, he's told you he's done it before, correct?
He's told other people.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is? Do you know what we're talking about?
Well, I think I do. Do you want to write it down or just say the name?
I don't know what to do.
Okay. Let's do this. Look at me so I can see you nod your head. Okay? Okay.
When you say somebody else was involved.
There wasn't anybody else.
Okay.
There wasn't anybody.
Okay. I was concerned you said somebody else. He has connections, is what you're saying.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. But it was Jay Clark who shot Jeremy, correct? Can you say yes or nod your head for me? Okay.
It was just you and him there? You and Jay?
Yeah, and Jeremy.
Okay.
Where at?
We were just driving. We were gonna go hang out at a friend's house.
You were just driving?
We were driving to go hang out at a friend's house, and he wasn't there. He didn't answer back or something. Oh,
Were you and Jeremy arguing?
no, we were getting along great. We were getting along really great.
Who was driving?
He was.
Who was Jay? Now, obviously, you and I, from what you told us and what we talked to other people, Jay was obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Everybody says he was.
I don't know.
And he wasn't.
People told me.
And he wasn't going to let Jeremy back into the picture.
I
can al-
didn't realize that I had talked to him about me and Jeremy. And I had talked about hurting Jeremy. I did talk about
Right,
it.
no,
I had no idea.
well,
I
and obviously we all understand that Jeremy was the one thing that was going to get your kids taken away forever.
yeah,
And you'd probably talk to Jay about that.
yeah,
He was buying his stuff,
yeah.
you
Paying
know,
your rent?
paying your rent.
He helped me to get into the apartment.
Right.
I mean, he obviously was into you, and he wanted you for himself. What was the one thing standing in his way?
Oh.
When you say you were
Jerry
driving,
was ready to, and I know it's impossible to ever be with him with this, but he was where he wanted to do better.
He was trying.
Yeah, he really
Okay.
was.
whose vehicle were he in? Was it Jay's vehicle?
Yeah.
Which one?
It was a Tahoe.
Tahoe.
Uh,
Is it white?
mhm.
And when you say you were driving,
No, I wasn't
oh,
driving.
you weren't driving, but you guys were driving. Can you tell me kind of where you thought you were?
I really don't know. We went by, we were heading down. I don't know, like really.
Whose friend's house were you going?
We were gonna go to Jeff's. I don't know his last name. But he never answered, and then so we were gonna go to Montgomery to find his phone.
Okay. So then what happens?
He was like, so now what? Like he was well, so now what? You know, you like get her done, and I was like, get her done. Like it's just a phrase. It's just an expression.
Okay.
It's just you know, like
Right.
people say to get her done.
Okay.
I didn't know.
So he says, so now what is done? Okay.
I scared. I said, no. I said, no. I said, stop.
How many times do you think he shot him?
Over.
Were you guys still in the car?
Yeah.
Which seat was Jeremy
Jerry was
sitting?
in the back seat. I was in the front. Oh my God.
Detectives trapped her by suggesting that Jay would kill her. But in reality, if Jay wanted her dead, simply because she was there and could confess, he had 2 full months to do it. And once she realizes she's been tricked, she begins shifting all the blame onto Jay.
So how does Jeremy get in the woods?
I have no idea. I went home.
You went with him?
No, I was not. I was not. I was not. I went home and I freaked out. I left my phone in the car.
So your phone was in the car still?
Yeah, and I went to my sister, pounding on the door, pounding on the window, and she wouldn't answer. After a while, I gave up and went back home. And a little bit later, Jay shows back up and brings me my phone.
How was he acting at that point?
Oh, calm and collected. He said he was so sorry, and I just lost it. I hit the floor. I just lost it. And he said, oh, I'm going to get out of here. I should probably go.
Did he tell you what he'd done with Jeremy at
No.
that point?
He didn't tell me anything. I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I don't know.
What kind of gun did Jay have?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. I was just on my phone, and all of a sudden I just hear it. Like, oh my god. No. It was all the way against the window. I was so scared. I was like, oh my god.
Jeremy was found on Sunday.
Yeah.
What day do you remember that this happened?
It was February 8th. He had court that day. You know, because Valentine's Day, I just thought maybe he was okay. Maybe he went to a hospital or something.
It was February 8th you shot him?
Yes. We had court that morning. I know it was a Wednesday because I came back from my visit with my kids.
It was the day he did not show up at court?
He did show up at court.
Oh, okay.
He showed up that day. It was the last day he had court scheduled.
Okay.
He went that morning. He was so ready to take his lie detector test to prove he didn't do it. Oh, God.
So you're saying it happened on February 8th?
Yeah.
So obviously he wasn't found until April.
I know. I just didn't know what to do. I was so scared.
Okay.
This guy, oh my God, who just does that? Who just does that? I just don't get it.
One of the things that I have a concern about, I mean, I'm not saying you're not telling the truth, but the coroner says he was only dead 3 to 5
I know, I don't understand that. That's why I don't get it. I don't understand, but no.
You're positive it was that day that he...
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to the Tahoe? Does he still have it?
You don't. Leslie, he got really worried about it. I don't know why, but he got rid of it. He told me he gave it to his daughter or something, but he didn't.
Okay.
He traded it for that Mustang or whatever, I don't know.
Do you know who he traded it to?
No.
So he didn't destroy it or burn it or...
What about the back seat that you initially told us was gone?
He burned the back seat.
Did he?
I
Where did he burn it at?
don't know.
How do you know he did?
How do I know he did it? He said they were gone. He said they were gone.
He told you he burned them? Yeah. Were you with him when he burned them?
No.
Was that because there was blood in the back seat?
I imagine so.
He didn't tell you. He just told you he burned them.
Yeah. Like, they were gone. They were gone. Oh my God.
Did you say it was black?
Yeah. There was I had like a beer or something in the front seat with me. It was like a splash over because I freaked out. I was like,
Did you think he had shot at you? Or?
I thought Jeremy's blood was all over me or something. Like I didn't know what was going on.
Did you have any blood on you?
No.
Where are the clothes you wore that night?
At my house.
You could show us?
Yeah.
Have you washed them?
Yeah. I wore them. Washed them.
Do you recall what Jay was wearing that night?
No. I don't remember.
What was Jeremy wearing?
Yeah. I can't remember what shirt he was wearing. I'm pretty sure he had a green Carhartt.
Some jeans. Did the coat say anything on it? Or
Carhartt.
Carhartt?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have somebody sit with her. Give us just a sec, Ashley. We're gonna have someone sit with you and we'll be right back, okay? Did you guys, the 3 of you, go anywhere else that night?
No, it was the first night they ever met.
Okay.
That was the first day they met?
Yeah.
Where did Jay pick you up?
Like when we picked us, he picked me and Jeremy, like they were there together before I got home from my visit. Like he just got there a few minutes and they were building cars, drinking beer, and he picked us up from there.
Okay, so Jeremy was with Jay when you got home?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were at a visit?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys stop at any stores?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What time was it in the day?
It was about, I got home about 8 o'clock from my visit. I would say probably about 9. I got back at like 10:30 at my place, and I moved because I remember looking at the clock and I was hoping my sister was still awake.
When you were banging on her door and stuff?
Yeah, and then I went around and banged on her window.
She didn't answer.
No, she said she did get up, and she thought that it was Cody at her window or something. She should have just said something. She doesn't know anything. And I told her I was there. You know, I was freaking out because I had dropped dirty. Like I wanted to just tell her. I just didn't know what to say.
Well, you were there to tell her because
Yeah, I was
you didn't
scared.
know.
Yeah, and she didn't answer. And the next day, I went over there, but I couldn't say anything. I just cried. I just hugged her. And I just told her that I was just upset about the kids.
She no longer had to worry about her children, who were already in foster care due to her toxic relationship with Jeremy. And unfortunately, it seems she hadn't worried about them enough before they were taken from her.
So again, we have a few more questions, okay? Obviously, we discussed some more stuff in the car there. You had mentioned at some point you may have said he just needed to die. Not saying you meant it.
Yeah, but and I said it, but you know, he was mean. You know, I probably said that to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like you don't think about that. You don't think someone like.
Did Jay say anything like that? Like he took it that you were being serious, or you can remember?
No, but the way he acted in the car, like after he shot him, like I was completely convinced that because he said, "This is what you wanted, right?" I was like, no.
And then he made the mention, now you can get your kid back.
He's like, "You think you can get you're yelling? You think you can do it?"
He was yelling at you?
Kind of. He was in a raised voice.
Okay. Can you remember you may have said that around him?
No.
Was it close to that time? Or
No,
you
I don't
remember?
know. Because I think it was like around the time when I first met him, when we first talked about Jeremy. He didn't like talking about Jeremy, like, because I would quote something that, you know, Jeremy taught me, and I would always talk about Jeremy. He didn't like it. He got upset.
I guess I just want to clarify, when you said he came back to bring your phone back.
Yeah.
He told you he did something with him? You said,
Yeah, he said he just dumped.
because you said you asked where he was.
He said he just dumped him somewhere. He didn't know where he was.
So you think that he was not in the car when he came back.
Right, yeah.
But when he dropped you off, he was in the car
Yeah.
and hadn't said anything.
He didn't say anything. I said... And I touched his lamp. I was like, Jeremy.
He didn't move or something.
No. One time I moved. I don't know if it was just because where we drive me. His body leaned forward and he was like,
At this point, it seemed like Ashley was getting lost in her own lies. She claimed that she stepped outside the car to retrieve Jeremy's phone, which had supposedly been lost earlier. And when she returned and sat back inside, Jeremy wasn't speaking. Only then did she realize that Jay had already killed him. If her version were true, it raised more questions than answers.
Right at when he shot him or when?
Yeah, after he shot him.
And then you never heard anything else?
Nothing.
How
And
was,
he said he was, I can tell him, he said, I don't know what I said. He said he's gone. I mean, he said he's done. That's it.
After he made that sound?
Huh?
After he made that sound, he said that? No.
I don't know what kind of person does that. He just me. I don't know. How can you be there for someone who's mourning over the person you took from them?
I know. That's why I'm asking, because I was looking at your text and it's like, going on in this guy's head.
And we kind of touched on it, and you kind of seemed like you didn't want to talk about it. But this other person, or this other time he's talked about killing someone? What
Not
did he,
someone. People. Other.
what did he tell you about them?
Just that he had taken many kids away from their parents and many fathers away from their families. And that this is not who he is. This is not who he is. Somebody he used to be. He's trying to forgive himself, and God's forgiven him, and he can't forgive himself. Basically, I don't know. I got that basically he had to take care of them because he had told them, and they were.
So basically, that was kind of a indirect threat to you. And if you
That's
freak
how
out, I take care of those
Right,
people.
that's what I thought too. And like at the couch when he gave my phone back that night, he was saying, "Well, all I do is he left. He gave us sense, and you'll be okay."
So he told you what to say? Did he tell you to go around looking for him?
No.
So why'd you do that?
At first, like I was seriously just I didn't know. I just didn't really think it was real. Like I thought maybe he went to a hospital, maybe someone seen him. I don't know. And then I was just scared. And then Chad said he had seen him. And I was like, where is he? Like, where is he? Take me to him. And he did it.
So you were kind of hoping he was still alive?
Yeah. It didn't seem real. Like I just did. The guy shot him. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how someone can just do that. Just do that.
To be honest with you, it's a person that doesn't need to be walking the sidewalks
Yeah.
with anybody's children or anybody.
And
It's a person.
I didn't know what he would do to me,
I'm pretty confident I know what he was
Yeah,
doing.
I think-
He knew when you were talking to us.
And so I think that's why, I still continue to look for Gary. And they said he'd seen him. Like, where is he then? Like,
So you mentioned that you said at some time you may have said something along the lines that he just needs to die.
yeah, I said it with a lot of people.
So who else did you tell
I
them?
don't know. For everybody, Jeremy knows. Everybody knows the situation.
That you would-
Like everybody knows. And it was no secret. Jeremy knew exactly how I felt about it. It was no secret.
He knew that you wanted him to die?
No, he knew that I definitely felt like I could not leave for 2 weeks when I first met him, that I was held there. He was insane, feared for my life many times, and run off many times, just escaped from there. And everybody knows.
According to her testimony, it may be true that Jeremy was violent toward her, especially considering his past sexual conduct charges. But even if all of that were true, why didn't she call the authorities and report him for his actions? Was she truly the victim? Or is she simply pretending to be one?
He was there before. He was there when I was on my way back, and he said, I'm here. Should I go in, I think, or something? He said, should I introduce myself? And I said, yeah, go ahead, go,
Okay. So Jeremy was at your place?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I came back, and they were drinking beer. We drank beer, we played cards. And doing
Okay.
Did they seem to be getting along?
Yeah, they were getting along real good. They were getting along fine. We were having a good time.
Had Jay ever said anything like,
No,
I can take care of your problem for you?
No, he would say, because when I talk about him, and because he said he don't like the way he disrespected me, and he said, I swear, the first time I see him, he said, I'm up.
Sounds like he's done that with other people.
Yeah, sounds like it's happened before.
Like he doesn't fear other people. It doesn't sound like he just.
He just did it. And then he just did it. Just a thing.
One of the things I was looking through my notes, somebody had said that, because apparently there was a call on it around March, after you had a fire, right?
Yeah.
The day that.
No, I had this fire after.
Right.
Okay, okay,
But it
sorry.
was sometime after that, the manager and the maintenance guy came up to your apartment,
Mhm.
and there was a couple guys there. And I think she thought
Yeah,
it
no.
was Jeremy.
No, it was Billy, and I think it was Jamar.
Billy
No, Billy.
Billy
Dirk.
Dirth?
Yeah.
Okay. What does Jamar look like?
Oh, he's a black man. Kind of heavier.
Okay.
They were checking on me.
Okay. Do you kind of remember that? Just
Yeah, because the maintenance man was there, and they were all there, and Billy was telling me to tell the maintenance guy that if he didn't have time to come back, he could do that and fix the drywall or whatever. He's a contractor or whatever else.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think the maintenance guy said something about they were playing checkers or cards or something.
No, there was a checkers. My son has a round checker table, like it's painted on checkers, and that was in the living room. That probably had cards on it. Like I started drinking really heavily after this. So every day, all day, from breakfast.
It's gotta be a lot of weight.
It's got to be a lot of weight.
I can't even imagine. Did you have any specific conversation with him?
No.
He was like, I'll take care of your problems if you want me to.
He did, yeah, he did. He said that, but I didn't think he meant like anything like that.
What did he say to
He
you?
like literally said he would just say first time I see him, he said, I don't know how I would be able to handle him talking to you like that if I was around.
But again, you weren't arguing that night?
No, he didn't.
I mean, he didn't say, call you a name?
No,
He just
no,
turned-
he had a great.
he just
Leslie dropped us off like the day before. And we were getting along great. We had after she got back from court. We just let it get there one day. It was just a great day. And when I got back, I played cards and drank beer. I gave him a kiss, but I never hugged him. I never kissed him. I never told him I love you.
You know Kenny?
Yes.
I know Kenny.
Kenny is married to Mandy, which is Jeremy's cousin.
You think of Kenny
Oh, Kenny.
Nolan down at George Weir's down there on Austin Road?
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I don't know.
Did you ever talk to Kenny about wanting a gun?
Yeah, because I was trying to. It was somebody else trying to find their gun that Jeremy had took,
Okay.
and thought he should have sold it to him. So I was,
Okay.
and it was the gun that Jeremy had gotten me, and I thought it was a really cool gun. I want that gun back, and he took it from me because he thought I was gonna shoot myself. And he's like, I can't even trust you with this. No gun. Da 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 da.
So you thought maybe Jeremy had given it to Kenny?
Yeah.
And you were trying to buy it back or something?
Yeah, because I guess apparently the person who was looking for it, like it was some sentimental value or whatever,
Okay.
and then Jeremy just took it.
Okay.
When did the backseat come out missing in that towel?
I don't know. The next time I seen it, there was no seat.
When did you next see him after
I'm
that?
not sure. I'm not sure.
But you asked him about it?
No, it just clearly was gone.
But you said he told you you got rid of it and burned it.
Yeah. I think he had said that there was a bullet hole or something in the seat.
Okay.
And then what did he say about getting rid of it?
Then so he burned it.
He told you that? That he burned it? Okay.
Are you sure?
That's what he told me. Yes, he said burned it.
Is there anything else about that? You kind of seem like you were
No, he said he burned
thinking
it.
about something there.
No.
So you have had discussion about what occurred.
Yeah. Because I asked him, like, maybe, he was okay and he got to a hospital or something, like, and he just kind of just let the chuckle or laugh or whatever. He said no.
We were talking to the other lieutenant, and he got a hold of the coroner.
Yeah.
They feel very strongly that there's another bullet hole.
Another bullet hole, what do you mean?
That there might have been another shot from a smaller gun.
Oh,
So
from what I would have, I only heard 4 shots.
Okay.
And, like-
And the reason I asked, just if he made you shoot him
No, no.
afterwards or
No,
anything
no,
like that?
no, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nope.
We just want it all out on the table that way when we talk to Jay.
Yeah, and no, I heard 4 shots and he didn't make me do anything. I was freaked out. I thought he was gonna shoot me. No, I didn't see any other guns.
Earlier, she claimed she wasn't even there when Jay shot Jeremy. Now she says she heard 4 shots, which means by this point, she has dug her own grave.
Oh God, he didn't say anything. And Jeremy, I mean,
Jeremy's a pretty animated guy.
Yeah.
I think he'd be like, what?
yeah, and I don't think there was any time for that. I think he clearly
It just
reached
came
around
with a
and
complete
shot him.
surprise.
Yeah.
Any other discussion you've had with him? You said he had mentioned there was a bullet hole in the seat. Any other discussion you had with him about this?
He had said that there wasn't even very much blood in there to give you face that he didn't suffer. It was quick.
Did he ever say anything about cleaning the inside of the car or the truck? Or?
He said he did clean it all out. He said all cleaned up.
So obviously that body gets found. When did you tell Jay that it was about the body and who it was or who you thought it was?
I don't know. It's on my phone, I think.
You text him about it?
Well, I said that or something about the bite on Camden. Something they think about. It was Mike and Jeremy, and he said something about. I hope it is in your manner.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Is that to kind of make it look like you?
I don't know. Like I said, he didn't.
Because you know he did it.
Right.
So
So I don't know. Like I don't know, but like he's been hanging around. Like Leslie's been there. He's been hanging around. So like, and I had to play it all. He played it off like he didn't know this guy. I don't know. And so then, like, so I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I don't know.
Okay.
So, because she was distraught. No, finding Jeremy. He was sick of us talking about Jeremy.
Yeah, she told us that kind of pissed him off.
It pissed him off.
he said he got out and stormed out the one.
Yeah, the one that he
Just
got.
about the back seat and then talking about.
Yeah, because she had brought it up before, and like he's just like she was talking to me, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, "What is your deal? Like, what's your problem?" And he just checked off and left. Like I had gotten drunk before, I guess, and I don't know. Apparently I hit him or something like that, and he got mad and he had stormed out, but he came back in, like, and he get irritated with us, and he stormed or whatever, but he never just got and left and just checked out. He was gone. I mean, then he didn't go to work the next day, and he left his phone with Leslie, and because the work was calling his phone, and she's like, "Well, he didn't go to work," and I was like, "Well, that's not like him."
Because he was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad.
So how long did he keep that Tahoe after that?
He had just got that Mustang when we got pulled over. I don't know.
I don't know what day that was.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It
Up
was,
until that time, he still had the Tahoe.
yeah.
With all the evidence laid out, detectives were ready to piece the story together, and this is how February 8th, 2017 actually unfolded. Jay and Jeremy were at Ashley's home enjoying their time and having a few beers when Jay asked Ashley and Jeremy to go for a ride, and Jeremy happily agreed. Jay took the driver's seat of his Chevy Tahoe, Ashley sat in the passenger seat, and Jeremy sat behind her. They drove to a wooded area off Dimmers Road in Camden Township, Michigan, and stopped. Jay pulled out the .45 caliber revolver he had brought and shot Jeremy 4 times. Then the two of them got out and dragged Jeremy's body into the woods. Afterward, Jay went to his stepfather's house, where he melted the murder weapon and burned the back seat of the car. But no matter how much he tried, the bullet holes couldn't be erased from the seats, so he replaced the Tahoe with a Ford Mustang. And that was the end of it. What Jeremy thought would be a fun day spent together as a trio turned into a murder even he couldn't have imagined. And although he had a long criminal history, did he deserve to die like this? Was he the victim? Or Ashley, the woman who claims abuse and whose children were taken, which she says was the reason Jeremy was killed? You decide. As for what happened to Ashley and Jay, Ashley pleaded guilty to second-degree murder as part of a plea deal and was sentenced to 25 to 40 years in prison. Jay was convicted by a jury of first-degree murder and felony firearm, receiving a life sentence without the possibility of parole.